Okay, I get it. I'll cover Deadlocked. Firstly, if you haven't seen my previous Ratchet & Clank video, which covers the main story so far, I'd recommend watching that first. The goal of that video was to catch people up for Rift Apart as quickly as possible with just the most relevant information. You can check out the link for that at the top of the screen now or the description below. In this video, I'll be covering Ratchet Deadlocked, Ratchet & Clank Size Matters, and Secret Agent Clank. So what is Ratchet Deadlocked? Well, let's find out.
Greetings, hero, and welcome to Dread Zone.
Ratchet Deadlocked was first released in 2005 for the PlayStation 2, taking place right after Ratchet & Clank 3, which was released in 2004. Strictly speaking, Deadlocked is a bit of a spin-off game from the main series. Quirk and the Plumber are missing in this game, and so is Clank, in gameplay at least. Deadlocked ditches the level structure of the previous entries and focuses heavily on the Battle Dome style of level that was featured a little bit in Ratchet 2 but more heavily in Ratchet 3. This game also does away with the puzzles, focusing completely on combat, which was likely a purposeful choice as co-op is available in this game. So what is Deadlocked about? Sasha Phronix, Ratchet's old captain and love interest from the third game, has become the new mayor of Metropolis. She calls to inform Ratchet, who has taken command of her old ship, that heroes have been disappearing across the galaxy. Before the conversation has even come to an end, Ratchet, Clank and Owl, the technology specialist, are abducted and are taken to the Dread Zone station, where an explosive collar is placed around their necks and they are forced to take part in the Battle Dome. Dread Zone is a show created by Gleeman Vox, a maniacal sociopath who only cares about two things: money and ratings. Ratchet will need to work his way up through the Battle Dome rankings and face off against the Exterminators and their captain Ace Hardlight. Ace Hardlight was a former hero before he was abducted by Fox, essentially in the same position Ratchet is now. Ratchet makes his way high enough in the rankings to face the first of the Exterminators, Shell-Shocked.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the one, the only, Shell-Shocked!
Come on, little furry man. Time to die.
Vox and the commentators attempt to slander Ratchet's name as he becomes more famous and works his way up through the Battle Dome rankings, Ratchet gaining enough points to face the second of the Exterminators.
Rise to glory from lowly beginnings as a high school math teacher.
But baby, I'm giving these kids the gift of learning.
You're pathetic. Get out of my sight.
To spectacular success as a homicidal sports superstar.
We're rich. I love you, Reactor. I was always there for you.
Share the dream. Live the legend of Reactor.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's Reactor!
Ratchet, you look like a squirrel wrapped in tinfoil. I'm gonna take my time taking you apart. Gonna give my fans their money's worth. And try not to go crying or anything, alright? I want this to look good for the cameras.
Bring it.
Clank swoons a tech droid and convinces her to hand him the schematics for the collars that they wear. Ratchet then faces against the third of the Exterminators, Eviscerator.
His opponent is a master of disembowelment and a fantastic chef. Ladies and gentlemen, the Eviscerator! Dallas, I predict this match is going to be very quick and very bloody.
The battle being used as a distraction for Clank and Owl to figure out a way to remove the collars. They also find that there are more heroes being held on the station against their will. Owl manages to take the collar off of Clank but is shot by Ace Hardlight. For Ratchet, now it's personal.
In one corner, the undefeated Grand Champion Exterminator, a legend in his own time, Ace Hardlight!
This is it, Runt. I almost wish it wasn't going to be over so quickly. Just try to keep it interesting while it lasts, would you?
Ratchet fights and defeats Hardlight, the fallen hero telling Ratchet not to become like him. Ratchet is then brought before Vox, who tries to make Ratchet his new star and captain of the Exterminators. Ratchet declines. An angered Vox puts Ratchet on a gauntlet of doom, a course so hard it has been mathematically proven to be unbeatable. Ao is revealed to be still alive, now part robot, and in an added twist, Vox raises the stakes of Ratchet's last gauntlet. If Ratchet cannot complete the gauntlet, the whole Dreadzone station will explode, but if he wins, the heroes and everyone else will be set free. Ratchet completes the gauntlet and is confronted by Vox himself. Ratchet defeats Vox, however Vox sets off the station's self-destruct, intended to take Ratchet down with him.
Now we'll both die together on live holovision. It'll be the best ratings I've ever had.
Clank arrives on a shuttle and saves Ratchet, the station exploding.
Ratchet, Clank, it's me, Captain Quark. There's a nasty rumor going around about heroes being kidnapped, but don't worry, it's baloney. I mean, come on, nobody came to capture me, right?
Lawrence, what's going on? You said we were coming within range of a space station.
Well, we were, sir. How was I to know it would suddenly explode?
Oh, Janice. It's been so long.
Ratchet and Clank, size matters.
And next we move on to Ratchet and Clank Size Matters. First released on the PSP in 2007. Ratchet and Clank Size Matters was developed by High Impact Games, a studio containing around 45 members, most of which were ex-Insomniac employees. Insomniac have confirmed that the story for Size Matters is canon. The story begins with Ratchet and Clank taking a break on Pukitaru. While relaxing, they are approached by a girl named Luna who is writing a school report on heroes. They find that Quirk has secretly come along as a stowaway, wanting to find his real family, having been given up for adoption and raised by monkeys. Which explains a lot. Luna is then kidnapped by robots. Clank finds a Technomite artifact dropped by Luna after she was abducted and believes that the robots were after the artifact and not her. Landing at the coordinates etched on the side of the artifact, Ratchet and Clank head for the largest building in sight. Inside they find a map room that tracks all the planets the Technomites inhabited. And in this map room they find the coordinates for Calydon, the planet Ratchet heard that they were taking Luna. Upon landing on Calydon, Quirk receives an email from FauxFamily.com, which has his whole family tree, and runs off to meet his family. Ratchet and Clank manage to find Luna, but it's revealed that Luna has actually been the bad guy all along, and completely not a child.
I've never introduced myself. My name is Luna.
Well, Luna, we should leave before any bad guys show up.
But I haven't had a chance to tell my friend.
She captures Ratchet and Clank. Clank wakes on a planet somewhere and is saved by Scrunch, the monkey, who shows Clank Ratchet's location. Clank reaches Ratchet and wakes him, though Ratchet cannot remember what they did to him while he was out. They find a communication from Luna to Emperor Otto Destruct, talking about the experiment she has been doing. Ratchet and Clank track Luna and find that she is actually a robot being controlled by Technomites. Luna confronts Ratchet and Clank and reveals that they have taken Ratchet's DNA and are making an army of Ratchets.
We know what you are, Luna.
What we don't know is why.
We knew you'd fall for it, Ratchet. You can't resist playing the hero. We just needed to get you to our lab so we could extract your DNA.
They defeat Luna, and Clank attempts to interface with her to find the location of the clone factory. However, her defenses short-circuit Clank, and Technomites jump inside of him. Ratchet shrinks down himself with an acquired shrink ray to save Clank. Clank restarted, relays the coordinates to the factory, and the two shrink themselves down in order to find it. They are then confronted by Otto himself. Otto has developed the technology to transfer intelligence from one person to another.
This is about power, and what is more powerful than intelligence?
The Rhino?
He wants to gather all of the smart people in the universe and transfer their intelligence into himself, becoming the most intelligent person in the universe. They fight, Ratchet and Clank hindered by a Quirk who believes Otto to be his father.
Papa! Is that you? Yes, it's me, you idiot. I mean, son. Now be a good boy and get those two out of here.
After Otto's defeat, Scrunch arrives with proof of Quirk's real parents and the fact that Quirk's parents were in fact killed by defective equipment made by the Technomites. An angered Quirk tries to transfer his own unintelligence into Otto, but Scrunch stops him and an accident leads Scrunch's intelligence to be transferred, turning Otto effectively into a monkey.
What are you doing? You don't know how it works!
You think I'm an idiot, do you? Well, how about having this brain instead of yours? You want intelligence? You're about to get... the opposite of that.
A mild-mannered robot must become a super sleuth.
Perhaps we could do this again sometime.
Doubtful.
Secret Agent Clank.
Secret Agent Clank was first released on the PSP in 2008, also developed by High Impact Games. The game's story is an entry in the in-universe fictional HoloVision series Secret Agent Clank, in which Clank works for a secret government agency simply known as the Agency. The story starts with Ratchet, a galactic hero, turned into a life of crime and stealing the Eye of Infinity from the Voltaire Museum. Clank investigates the theft, not believing that Ratchet is a villain. He travels to various places, dealing with crime lords, wooing information out of Lady Ivana Lodabolts, until he is set up stealing bolts from Fort Sprocken. Clank, now needing to evade the law, confronts the Kingpin, and finds that the Kingpin is actually none other than Clank, the evil copy of Clank that Nefarious made.
You sure everything's okay, Clank? Maybe Al should take a look at your circuitry.
How do you like my special creation, Clank? I call him Clank.
Clank takes Clank's ship, leaving him stranded. Up to this point, Quirk has been going around the world with a biography droid named Barney. In his ineptitude, he uncovers a giant hidden Clank pad, which Clank uses to chase after Clank. The galaxy receives a broadcast from Ratchet specifying that he will destroy the galaxy unless he is released from prison and given his own planet to rule. Clank tracks Clank to his underwater headquarters and confronts him. Clank reveals that he swapped Ratchet's helmet for a mind control device and made Ratchet steal the Eye of Infinity. Clank's goal is to pretend to be Clank and become a hero, making all squishies bow to his every whim. He'll do this by stopping the laser the galaxy thinks Ratchet has poised to destroy them. Clank fights Clank, but before Clank is defeated, he activates his backup plan, setting a countdown on the laser that only he knows how to deactivate. Quark appears on the station, having dived into the water as part of his biography.
Lucky guess.
Oh. Hello there.
Captain Quark?
He warps accidentally into the satellite and removes the Eye of Infinity. Ratchet is given a full pardon after Clank reveals Clank's plans. He also finds that Quark was given a large sum of money to write his biography and followed Clank to steal his glory. Clank knew this would happen and used it as a way to keep track on Clank, the biography droid Barney working for Clank. Ratchet reconfigures Clank into a vacuum.
Oughta do her? Give it a try.
I was glad the President released Clank into our custody. Looks like it sucks to be him.
And there you have it. That is the story summary for Deadlocked, Size Matters, and Secret Agent Clank. If you liked the video, please hit that subscribe button. Next week, I'll be looking at the Ratchet & Clank comic series, All for One and Full Frontal Assault. So if you want to know when that video comes out, hit that subscribe button so you'll be notified. And if you'd like to check out the novel that I have written, please have a look at the link in the description below. This has been That's Effin' Rich. I'm Richard Sheraton. Thank you very much, and I'll see you on the next one.